Protect your home from home. Simple Caravan Insurance, sponsors of the Caravan Channel.
The other day I was chatting to a caravan dealer. You can, you know, they don't bite. And I asked him what his favourite all-time van was. Well, he scratched his head and he looked round his yard and he thought, and then he said to me, Avondale. They were a van with soul. Well, imagine then how pleased I was when I came across this, an Avondale Dart. You take a look around while I tell you the tale of the little caravan company that is no more. Avondale Coachcraft, to give them their full name, made caravans from their base in Warwickshire for 37 years before becoming unhitched in 2008. Avondale made ranges including the Avocet, the Osprey, the Land Ranger, the Windsor and the Rialto, but the Dart was their best seller. That means that there are a good selection of these around on the second-hand market and parts are still available. The Dart was designed to give good value, family caravanning at the lower end of the market, and it came in 2 and 4 berth layouts. What I find fascinating about these vans is that they illustrate the changes that have happened in caravan design and manufacturing in just a few short years. This model is only 7 years old, and first impressions are that it's, well, a bit older than that, to be honest. It's a little bit lumpy and a little bit bumpy in its design, but first impressions are often misleading. Spend some time in here and you see past all that, and you see past all the wear and the dings and the scratches. There's a lot of good things to be found in this Avondale Dart. It comes back to what my dealer friend was saying. They have a certain something about them. I mean, yes, this dining area is a little bit tight and rickety, but the galley area is also rather showing its age. But look at this strange little drawer in this expanse of area underneath the sink. What's going on there? Well, step outside and all is revealed. There you'll find the central gas locker, because Avondale put their gas locker over the axle in the middle of the van, and from a weight distribution point of view that's a much better place to have it than up front in the nose locker, where most manufacturers put a big heavy gas cylinder. And the cylinder is much easier to get in and out of that cupboard in the middle of the van than up front too. And then there's this. Look down here. What do you think of that, eh? No, not my shoes. The trapdoor. What do you think's in there? A sunken bathtub, perhaps? Well, maybe, but no. Imagine this. You're driving along and you're unlucky enough to get a puncture in one of the tyres of your caravan. Well, on most caravans, if you've got a spare, it'll be stored underneath the caravan, outside, on a metal carrier. And out there it gets wet, it gets filthy, and the metal carrier itself is notoriously difficult to use. They get jammed very easily, and that's if you can actually get at the carrier in the first place. In Avondale caravans, the spare wheel, that was kept down here, in the middle of the van. Again, close to the axle, in the centre of the van, so that gives you much better weight distribution, and it's easier to get at the tyre when you've got a flat. Every caravan manufacturer should incorporate that feature, I think. And then there's what's behind this door. The washroom. It's huge. Loads of room to get washed, get changed and get ready for the night out. And there's loads of storage space too. You know, it's very, very impressive. You know, there's a lot of potential in these vans, and no wonder they're becoming something of a cult. Maybe a collector's vintage van for the future indeed. I'd fancy updating the interior a little, upgrading the electrics and definitely doing something about the kitchen, and then you could be off. And these caravans are quite light too. This one has a maximum weight of 1300 kilograms, so you don't need a huge tow car to pull it. Does the Avondale have a soul? Well, I don't know about that, but it certainly has character. A friendly, dependable character. And lots of clever little touches too. You know, I reckon that just like their roaring panther logo, if you spend some time, some quality time in an Avondale, it could well put a smile on your face.